Okay, continue. اسم كان اسم مرفوع خبر اسم منصوب.
It's mansub. Kana. I think when there is kana at the beginning of sentence, it means it happened in the past. Make the word
Yeah, so
the past tense.
there's some past tense involved.
Yeah.
Very good.
Uh,
And what type of word is kana?
is it particles as well?
No, so kana is a verb. Okay. How do we know that kana is a verb?
Because it can be conjugated.
Yeah, good. Okay, that's a good review of inna wa kana. And then let's talk about their sisters. So inna Allah ghafur rahim wa kana Allahu ghafurar rahima. See the difference here? كان الله لفظ الجلالة is the اسم كان so it's مرفوع إن الله لفظ الجلالة is the اسم إن so it's منصوب غفور is the خبر so it's مرفوع غفورا is the خبر here so it's منصوب. So what are do you remember any of the sisters of Inna?
In Sister Ina Anna,
Good. Anna. So Inna means indeed, indeed Allah, right? إن الله يرزق من يشاء بغير حساب. Allah provides for whom He wills without account, indeed. Next, Anna, good. So Anna is that, right? وبشر الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أن لهم جنات. Give good tidings to those who believe and do righteous deeds that أن لهم, they will have gardens in paradise. What else?
Inna Anna, Ka'anna,
إنا أنك أن, or yeah. So yeah, إنا أنك أن. Good. What does كأن mean?
Ka'anna means as if.
Say it again. Oh yeah, as if. Good. What else after إنا أنك أن?
Lakina,
Good.
Lakina
Like
is
إنا. Mm-hmm.
but.
But right. إنا أنك أن لكنا. Any other ones you remember?
Uh,
There's two more.
Inna Anna, Lakina, Ka'anna. I don't remember. Lisa is Kana, right? Lisa is Kana.
ليس إسكان. So إن أنك أن لكن ليت لعل. Those two.
I
So
don't
let's
think
talk
we
about
did it
them.
before. Maybe we did. I
We didn't do
forgot.
ليت لعل. Oh, okay. So we'll do it today. Um. So لكن for example وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين كفروا. If it was not Solomon who disbelieved, but the devils disbelieved. Okay. But the devils disbelieved. شياطين اسم and then كفروا is a فعل but it's a جملة فعلية as a خبر. كأن as if كأن as if right تنزع الناس كأنهم أعجاز نخل منقعر extracting people as if they were trunks of palm trees uprooted. Okay, so sisters, and then later. يا ليت لنا مثل ما أوتي قارون. Oh, what? So later is like would that. Oh, would that we had the likeness. You could say would that. You can also say only if. So would that's a weird translation here. You can say only if later. Only if we had the likeness. I don't know. Actually, would that is a odd translation. But oh yeah, later lana. Oh, only if we had the likeness of that of what was given to Qarun. Ya later lana. Only if, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then la'alla has two meanings. I'm pretty sure I feel like we have done la'alla before, but I could be wrong. Maybe not later, but perhaps late la'alla, perhaps, and then so that it can mean both. So, for example, وَمَا يُدْرِيكَ لَعَلَّ السَّاعَةَ قَرِيبٌ. What will make you perceive? Perhaps the hour is near. See, لَعَلَّ السَّاعَةَ قَرِيبٌ. Or it could
So,
mean so that. Yeah, go ahead.
question. So, oh, what? So, I forgot. So, what makes them sisters? They are not like having some kind of similar meanings, but only because the grammar sense, like what comes after that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So it affects the grammar in the same way.
I see.
So what makes them sisters? So in grammar, we've talked about this a little bit. Do you remember the concept of amal?
No
Okay,
concept of
amal. Yeah.
no,
So
I don't.
we talked about it a little bit. Maybe I didn't use the word amal. Maybe I used the word effect. Right. So in grammar, you have three things. Okay. You have an amil. This is a bit like intermediate. You have an amil. You have a ma'mul, and you have amal. Now these are very weird. It's difficult to translate them, but basically you have uh, let's say, how do you translate amal? There's a translation of it. Let me see if here I'll look for it later. But basically, you have the word or particle, or so word, particle, or um, grammatical place. Let's say that causes a grammatical change. Okay, change. Then you have the ma'mul. This
Mhm.
is what receives the change. Okay, and then you have the amal, the change itself, i.e., what is the effect of the effect itself, right? So, for example, in this case, inna is an amil. It's the thing that causes other things to change, right? The ism of inna and the khabar of anna are ma'mul. They're the things that receive the change. What's the amal? What's the change itself? The change itself is the fact that it makes its ism mansub and its khabar marfu'. So what makes all of these sisters is that they share the same amal. They share the same effect, the grammatical effect. We have talked about this. I don't think I've just used I don't haven't used these technical terms in this way. We talked about it, I think, in the beginning that um like the reason, right? So amal is like the change, amal is the reason, and then ma'mul is the thing that takes the change. If you go back to some of the concepts of case endings in lesson in one, you'll see this in less technical terms. Does that make sense, or did I confuse you? I don't know.
Completely makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Mm-hmm.
Amil is what's causing the change, the and Ma'mul what
Receives the change.
what is the change, and Amal is the change, the effect on
Exactly.
the word.
Yeah, the effect. Exactly. Um, in one way, you could say this is the cause. This is the object that receives the cause, and then this is the effect. So they share the same effect. They have the same effect on the grammar. Okay, and then so that واتقوا الله لعلكم تفلحون لعلكم تفلحون. Fear Allah so that you may succeed. Okay, then أخوات كان, so sisters of كان. So do you remember outside of Laysa any of, I don't think we really did it, or we maybe have covered it briefly. Do you remember any of the other sisters of Kana? So we have Kana, Laysa. Kana is a verb that puts it in the past tense. Laysa, what does Laysa do?
Uh, Lisa is Lisa kind of negate it, right? Make the words negation, not.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Not. So it negates it. What else is there? So, for example, Laysa is not. وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ لَيْسَ بِظَلَّامٍ لِلْعَبِيدِ. God is not unjust to his creatures. Okay, what else? Do you remember any of the other ones? It's okay if you
Asbaha,
don't, but just in case.
I think Asbaha.
Asbaha. What does Asbaha mean?
I forgot what Asbaha means.
Asbaha, to become, right?
To become, okay.
So وأصبح فؤاد أم موسى فارغا, and the heart of Moses' mother became empty. فؤاد أم موسى. So this is, this is the ism. It's مرفوع مضاف إليه مضاف إليه فارغا خبر. Okay, any others you remember?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Another is ظل. So ظل means to remain or to become. ظل وجهه مسودا وهو كظيم. His face remained or became dark while he suppressed grief. Okay, another one is madama. You'll see this a lot. وأوصاني بالصلاة والزكاة ما دمت حيا. Madama, as long as. He has enjoined upon me prayer and zakat as long as I am alive. Okay, and then ma futi'a, to continue. Okay. قالوا تالله تفتأ تذكر يوسف. By God by God, they said, you will not cease remembering Joseph. You will continue. Ma futi'a.
And all
And
of
another
those
one,
were.
oh,
I'm
another
sorry.
one for ma futi'a.
Mhm.
Actually, no, never mind. I don't say that. Yeah, go ahead and ask your question.
All of these are verb as well, like kana,
Yeah, these are all verbs.
and this all can
So
be
like
conjugated.
you see, like tafta is being conjugated, dumtu is being conjugated, dhulla,
Oh
laysa
yeah.
is only, and then some of them they're only conjugated in the past tense. So sometimes you don't conjugate them in the future tense, but the fact that they're conjugated means that they're verbs, right?
Mhm.
So like laysa, there's no present tense for laysa. There's no yalisu or yalasu or something like that. It's just laysa, laysat, right? But kana there is, asbaha there is. So it just depends. Okay. So Bismillah. Write the ism and khabar for inna or kana or their sisters in the appropriate column. So the first one, inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakah. What's the ism and what's the khabar there?
Ism is uh, I want to say nahnu.
Yeah,
Is it?
good. It is.
Ism is
Very
nahnu,
good. Yeah.
and khabar is anzala.
Yeah. Anzalnahu. Good. Very good, mashallah. يقول يا ليتني قدمت لحياتي. Right? So I'll do this one. يا ليتني. This is the ni, the ana. That's the ism of layta. And then قدمت is the khabar. Oh, and yeah, indeed, we have sent it down a blessed night. Oh, he said, oh, I wish I had sent ahead. I'd wish, or only if I had sent ahead some good for my life. Okay, kana mizajuha kafura. This is easy.
Mizaju ism kafura khabar.
Okay, mashallah. And its mixture is of kafur. فظلت أعناقهم. لها خاضعين فظلت أعناقهم لها خاضعين. So أعناق is the اسم, and then لها خاضعين is the khabar. Or I guess just خاضعين, sorry. Just خاضعين is the khabar. لعلك باخع نفسك. Go ahead.
Uh, لعل. Okay, so ism is ka and khabar is bakhi'un.
Yeah, perfect. And this means perhaps you will kill yourself. So why not? Okay, and then trying to translate these. Do you want to try to translate the first one? So ma'ab is return.
So, and indeed, um, for the al-muttaqin, for the people with taqwa, consciousness, the return will be good.
Yeah. So indeed, for the good, God consciousness is a good place of return. Yeah. أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. أليس Allah. Is there anyone other than Allah? So this has Hamza. Is there anyone other than Allah? Or is Allah not? Sorry. Is Allah not the most uh, precise of those who rule? Or the most judge? Is Allah not the most just of judges? No. Okay. فَإِنَّكَ بِأَعْيُنِنَا. So a'yun, these are eyes.
Uh, so indeed, you in our eyes.
Hmm. Yeah. So indeed, you are in our eyes. وإذا آتينا موسى الكتاب والفرقان لعلكم تهتدون. So, and when is when آتينا we gave Musa الكتاب the book والفرقان and the criterion لعلهم تهتدون, so that you all may be guided. We gave Musa the book and the criterion so that you may be guided. Okay. Any questions there on the grammar? In uh, one that they didn't have that we saw in the reading was Sarah, right? So Sarah is also a sister of Kiana that they didn't show.
What is it?
Um, Sarah. So that came up 2 days ago, right? Sarah, and which means to begin, right?
And this is a sister of Kana.
Or to become. Yeah, it's a sister of Kiana.
Um,
Okay. Any questions on Inna wa kana wa akhawatuhuma?
no question for now.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, so now we're on form 3, fa'ala. Tamam. So before we move into it, can you conjugate? Uh,
Conjugate
so
fa'al.
yeah, so give me let me go back. The ماضي مضارع مصدر أمر فاعل المفروض.
So, fa'ala, madi, mudare yufa'ilu,
Mm-hmm.
um, master mufa'alatun, or mufa'alatun, or there's one another fi'alun,
Yeah, good.
fa'il is mufa uh, mufa'il,
Yeah,
and
فاعل good.
mufa'ilun and mufa'alun.
Yeah.
مفعول.
Okay, good. So فاعل يفاعل فعال or مفاعلة فاعل مفاعل مفاعلا. So what we covered before was mutuality, right? We covered mutuality. It has two other meanings, continuity, and it can also have the same meaning as the form one. Okay? It can have the same meaning as the form one. So for example, قاتل. So قاتل, what does قاتل mean?
Uh,
قتل means to kill. قتل, we said it was to massacre or to intensely kill. What
yes.
does قاتل mean with mutuality?
Uh, to be killed.
No, no, mutuality. Not to be killed. So that's like becoming reflexive. But that's so it's not to be killed, but mutuality. To fight. So قاتل is to fight. Two people trying to kill one another. They're
Right.
fighting.
Yeah.
So قاتل means to fight.
Yeah.
What does كاتب mean?
That's about
Mutuality.
uh to read.
No. So كتب is to write, right?
Right.
What is كاتب? If there's mutuality, what would that mean? So كاتب is to correspond, right? To correspond, i.e. to exchange letters or to write to one another or to have correspondence. Okay. So
Yeah, I
what are
still
some
kind of like having trouble making sense of changing from form one to like
yeah.
the meaning.
Yeah, it's just you get a sense of it later on. And it's not like the thing is it's not a hard rule. It's kind of like a way to allow us to understand what changes are happening. So it's not a
Yeah.
hard rule, it's more of a rule of thumb. So no, that's fine. It's also a way to just get us thinking, inshallah.
Sure.
So continuity, um they have example rabita, and then for the meaning of form one, lamasa, lamasa. And we'll get into that. And then hajara, hajara. So let's get into this, for example. So mutuality, musharaka. وَلَقَدْ كَتَبْنَا فِي الزُّبُرِ, and we have written in the book, فَكَاتِبُوهُمْ إِنْ عَمِلْتُمْ فِيهِمْ خَيْرًا, then make a contract with them if you know there is within them good, right? فَكَاتِبُوهُمْ. So make a contract with them if you know there is a good. But kataba really is to correspond with one another. Mukataba, like what mukatabatun, it's to correspond with one another. وَقَتَلَ داوود جالوت, and David killed Goliath. فَقَاتِلُوا أَوْلِيَاءَ الشَّيْطَانِ, so fight the allies of Shaitan, right? So fight two people here. Make a contract also, it's just two people. Okay, متابعة, continuity. So let's look at this. وَرَبَطْنَا عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ, and we made firm upon their hearts. اصبروا وصابروا ورابطوا, be patient, persevere, and stay firm. So what's the difference here? One is what? That,
Firm.
yeah, one is to be firm. What's the other?
To stay firm.
Right, to stay firm, to continue to be firm. Okay, so وَإِنَّا لَمَسْنَا السَّمَاءَ, and indeed we touched the sky. Oh, لَمَسْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ, or you had contact with women. Right? Oh, لَمَسْتُمُ النِّسَاءَ. So here, form one meaning. Form one meaning nisba. Form one meaning nisba. Or hajara wa hajara wahjuruni, and leave me for a while. فَالَّذِينَ هَاجَرُوا وَأَخْرِجُوا مِنْ دِيَارِهِمْ, so those who left, hajaru, or migrated, right? So here it's really the form one meaning, and were exiled from their home. So sometimes the form three meaning can also just have the form one meaning. Uh, تمام. Okay, so this we can do, but let's just do one of these. Can you do, can you do this one? Just conjugate this.
Uh, so ضعف يضاعف مضاعفة ضاعف مضاعف مضاعف ضعف يضاعف.
Yeah, okay.
What is the last one? The majhul madi.
Oh, yeah. So these, do you remember majhul? Do you remember passive? Majhul was passive.
Mhm. Oh, the past passive form.
So in form one, we said like nasara is, we call this ma'ruf, right? Or ma'lum, mabni lil ma'lum. To make it passive, so nasara, he helped. To make it passive, he was helped. We do something like this, right? Nusira. So the ma'adi majhul here, juhida, right? This would be du'ifa. Du'ifa, yuda'afu. Yuda'afu. Right? Instead of what? ضاعف يضاعف, it would be ضُعِف يضاعف. Just like نصر ينصر, right? But we don't have to worry about that too much right now. Unless if it comes up. I'm not sure if it'll come up. Mm, okay, let's do this as much as we can. So categorize each word by checking the column that it corresponds to. So ويسارعون في الخيرات. Um, what do you think? So what is sara? What is sar'a? What is sur'a? Do you know what sur'a is?
No, I don't. I
So
forgot.
sur'a is speed, okay? So sur'a means speed. So sar'a is to be fast. So what do you think وَيُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ means then?
Oh, that's mutuality.
Yeah, so what does it mean?
To like to run towards what is good.
Yeah, good. Oh, I would
Oh,
say it's mutuality. But they race in goodness. I think it's mutuality because they're competing with one another, right?
yes.
So I don't know why. It would be that. Oops. So وَوَاعَدْنَا مُوسَى 30 لَيْلَةً. Um,
ووعدنا موسى and we ووعد is وعد a promise.
yeah, wa'ada is to wa'ada. So wa'ada, good, is to. Wa'ada is to make a promise. So wa'ada, two people making a promise to each other,
Mhm.
is, yeah, is like to make an appointment. So two people making a promise to each other. وَوَاعَدْنَا مُوسَى 30. And so Musa made an appointment on Islam for 30 nights. سابقوا إلى مغفرة.
To be steadfast towards to forgiveness. So maybe mutuality.
Yeah, exactly. Or no, this,
To
so it's
stay,
both.
I guess to stay, yeah, to
So
stay
here,
steadfast.
this would be continuity and mutuality because sabiqu means to also race. It
Mm.
also means to race, to compete with one another, ila maghfira, or to race, to run towards. Okay, wa in jadaluka.
I don't know what's Jadaluka.
Jadala, okay, so jadaluka, it means to argue. So, and if they argue with you, jadala is to argue. And then Ola Mastumun Nisa, we already talked about this. What was this one?
Oh, that's a similar to Form 1.
Yeah, similar. Okay. So categorize the bolded words by checking the appropriate columns. Um, رأيت المنافقين. So these are form three, active versus passive. So it's also going to be talking about passive. Um, so let's do a quick review then on passive and active. Um, what's the difference between do you remember anything the difference between active and passive verbs?
I have to recall. Okay,
Yeah,
so
so this was in two, I think this was in 2A that we did this. I don't remember if it was 1A or 2A, but
uh, so for the passive words, there is naib fa'il, I remember, and naib fa'il is the mansub become naib fa'il. I mean, not
okay.
the mansub, the maf'ul bihi become naib fa'il.
And what's the i'rab of the file?
It will be mansub.
No, so that's good. You're good. But
Marfu'.
basically, marfu, right? So it's basically the direct object, but it becomes maf'ul.
Yeah.
Or sorry, it becomes marfu. That's pretty much all you have to remember. So here, وَرَأَيْتَ الْمُنَافِقِينَ, what the bold word, is it an act, is it what, a passive receiver or an active doer? I.e., is it a fa'il or is it a maf'ul
There's a
or na'ib fa'il?
fa'il. That's fa'il.
رأيت المنافقين. So munafiqina. What's munafiqina?
The munafiq, the denier.
Yeah, good. In the sentence though, what is it?
Oh, that's maf'ul bihi.
Right. Wait, I'm confused. Right. I don't think this is right.
So ta
Or
is
I don't
fa'il, right?
understand this one maybe. Because what does it say? It says categorize the bolded words, right?
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
bolded word, munafiqin, right, is the the receiver. Munafiqin are they receive the word. So I think this is wrong. Should be this. If we're looking at what it's telling us to do.
okay.
وَجَاهَدُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Okay, what about this?
So what's the bolder words? Jahadu would be active, right? Because
Yeah,
that's
active. The passive would
juhida.
be juhida. Okay, what about this? إِذَا نُودِيَ لِلصَّلَاةِ.
That's passive.
Right. يُضَاعَفُ. So
That's
يُضَاعَفُ.
oh, yufa. Oh, that's mudare passive.
Passive. إِنِّي مُهَاجِرٌ إِلَى رَبِّي.
Yufa. That's active. Mudare active.
Yeah, good. And so there's more. وَيُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْخَيْرَاتِ.
You saw it also mudare active.
Good. وَلَئِنْ قُوتِلُوا.
That's multi first passive.
Good. إِذَا جَاءَكَ الْمُنَافِقُونَ.
Oh,
منافقون.
that is active.
Mhm. يخادعون الله.
Same. That's active as well.
Good. And then this, uh, non-example of form three. And then this one is, we'll just say it, it's active, laqihi, but it's confusing because of the root word, root,
Oh, that one
root
doesn't
word.
not in the book.
Yeah, it's a different one. They changed the one in the book.
Oh, okay.
Um, خلاص. And then attempt to translate each following ayah. Let's just do a few of these, and then we can call it a class, inshallah. So, you want to try to translate for these first two?
Ya Allah. Okay. Bismillah. وَقَاتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ الَّذِي يُقَاتِلُونَكُمْ. Um, they fight. They fight. Uh, in the path of Allah. Those who fought themselves.
Those who are fighting. Kum is what?
Uh, you.
Yeah. And so waqatilu also. Fight. That's what's an amr.
Oh,
Fight
fighting them.
in the way of Allah
Those who fight you.
those who fight you. Okay, same. وَجَاهِدُوا فِي اللَّهِ حَقَّ جِهَادِهِ.
Uh, um, strive. Uh,
Uh-huh.
strive in uh Allah's
Yeah,
true.
so fillah for
Allah.
Allah.
What is it? I'm sorry.
You can say like for Allah.
Okay, strive for Allah. Uh, in His truth. In His truth.
حَقَّ جِهَادِهِ, in a true striving manner.
In His true striving.
Right? Strive for Allah with the striving due to Him. قالوا يا نوح قد جادلتنا. They said, "Oh Nuh, we have argued or جادلتنا, you have disputed us. You have disputed us." وَإِذْ وَاعَدْنَا مُوسَى 40 لَيْلَةً. We already said this. We made an appointment with Moses for 40 nights. Um, and then do you want to do this last one? وَلَا يَحْزُنْكَ الَّذِينَ يُسَارِعُونَ فِي الْكُفْرِ. So the يحزن, hazana is to be sad. يُسَارِعُونَ we've talked about. Um, to like
Yeah.
race to make fast, right?
To make
And
sense.
then
Okay.
okay.
So don't be sad. Don't be sad. Those don't be sad which are leaning towards kufr. Is that what I mean? Like don't
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go
don't be grieved by those who hasten to disbelief. Those who hasten to disbelief. Don't let those who hasten to disbelief sadden you. Yeah. I think this is a better one. Don't let those who hasten to disbelief sadden you.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, inshallah, you can do these on your own if you'd like. And then we've done this already. Khair, any questions before we end? And I'll talk to John about the Kajabi. Inshallah.
No
Mm,
question. Maybe later I will if I come across something I'll let you know.
yeah, sure. So I
Um,
think Tara'a, from what I'm understanding, maybe I misunderstood it. I think it does mean either it can mean both or it means the form one. So maybe it just means to do something quickly as opposed to
which
race,
one is
which
it?
sabaqa is to race.
Oh,
I'm
for
not sure it's
Abaqa.
something I think I'll look into it, but maybe I might be mistaken on that. So I just want to clarify that. Um, and then let me just see what just for just review the vocab and the grammar and morphology lessons from lessons 5 and 6, inshallah, from 1A, inshallah.
I think it's from
Let's just
1A.
yeah, 5 and 6 from 1A. Okay, inshallah we'll end there. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakallah khair.
Yeah,